All right, Medigap carriers around the nation have been given permission by CMS to rate their supplement premiums one of three ways: attained age, issue age, or community rated. I got this text message for me to do a video answering the question, which of these is the best for my member? Oh, so glad you asked. This is a great question. Let me tackle it. This is Solve Your Medicare, probably 4 or 5 minutes. Let's do it. All right, let's tackle this question because I get this a lot, especially with agents who have been convinced one is greater than the other. Typically, I hear issue age is the best, so let's break this down. How does community rated work? Community rated works very similar to issue age rated. Whatever plan you join, no matter your age, you have the same premium as someone in that same plan, but as a different age. Now, rates go up, usually because of claims, inflation, admin cost, reinsurer, maybe fraud, waste and abuse, or utilization. It has nothing to do with your age increasing. That's community rated. Issue age is very similar. Your premium, however, is based on the age when you join the plan. So community rated, a 65-year-old and 80-year-old will have the same premium if they join at the same time. Issue age rated, they'll have different premiums. However, their rates, same story, will go up over time because of claims experience, medical trends, et cetera, et cetera. The only difference between these two policies and attained age you're about to find out is they don't go up because of your birthday. Now, let's deal with what usually is the lowest premium at 65. That's an attained age rated policy. It's typically lower than community rated or issue age rated at 65, and it increases because of all the other variables we just talked about. However, it also increases because of your age. But what most people miss, all Medigap plans, all of them, regardless of pricing method, will see rate adjustment driven by MLRs. That's called medical loss ratios. That pressure, as well as fraud, high-cost claims, or high-cost member claims, hospital inflation, doctor inflation, provider inflation, trends in the MedSup world, all of these levers or structures cause rate increases to Medicare supplement, with one of the lowest being age increase. In fact, an average Medigap carrier's age increase, somewhere between 2 to 4% a year, depending how old you are. And a lot of carriers, even with an attained age policy, cap what age that attained age policy ends up peaking at. All right, so let's shift gears. I'm answering this question because invariably agents reach out to me, and I think they do it wholeheartedly because someone has told them or a member has been fed maybe on YouTube that one pricing structure is better than the other. Some states, however, only allow certain pricing structures. Let me give you an example. We'll look at community rated mandates, which means there is no age premium difference. There are state DOIs that require Medigap premiums to be the same for everyone, regardless of their age. It's only based on their block they choose and the policy they choose. In these states, the only pricing method allowed, or at least the DOI requires a carrier to offer, is community rating. And that ignores age entirely. And then there's states that prohibit attained age pricing. We're talking about Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Missouri. In these states, you can't use attained age pricing, meaning that you can't charge an increase based on whether they are younger or older any different, right? Now, most states do allow carriers to choose their pricing method, any of the three. It's based on each DOI's rules, however. But remember, issue age and community rated plans, they're not going up because of age. Attained age plans are going up because of age, and that's the major differentiator. But that age increase is not as significant as the claims and inflation increase. Even issue age and community rated plans, the rate increase, it's based on their overall health cost trends, their medical utilization, how much claims the carrier's paying out. The pricing method is just the structure that the member can depend on for a rate increase every year. What drives those increases is completely external. Claims experience, medical inflation, utilization patterns, loss ratios rising, provider cost, and inflation from hospitals coming in. It's not whether the rate system's community issue or attained. In fact, let me prove it to you. Over the past 2 years, we've seen double-digit rate increases across the board in the nation for most Medigap carriers, right? And yet the attained age plans are going up just as much as the community and issue age plans. Now let's look back at 2018, 2019, 2017, a decade ago, in 2015, 2016, right? Issue age and community rated plans were going up 3 to 5% a year. What were attained age plans doing? The same thing. So that 1 to 4% increase, which I'm just giving you an average, I'm shooting from the hip, that you're going to see from an age increase, depending on the carrier and depending on your age, is not the biggest, most dramatic driving factor to an increase. The driving factors, how much the carrier is spending on claims and how much they're bringing in premium. That is what is setting the standard for Medigap increases over the lifetime of a policy.